Hey there, Santos Jr. here once again, soldier of self-mastery, philosopher of everyday victorious living right out of Stockton, California at your service. I'm offering a mind shift session, a consulting session, a free 30 to 40 minute session with me. You can ask me questions. I'm not going to give you the answers. I'm going to bring the answers from within you. That's what a good coach does. A good coach doesn't really give you advice. Okay, I'm giving you advice through videos, so a lot of advice through videos. But here's what I wanted to say, that I'm gonna do we're gonna talk about gambling here in this video, because I'm getting a lot of comments, and I know that there's several of you out there that are struggling. You're struggling with gambling. You're doing okay for a couple days, and then you're going on whatever it is that you're doing. And I want to say this, first of all, I'm not going to sit here and judge you. I'm not going to condemn you in any way. I'm not going to, because I've been there. I've struggled also. I mean, for a long time, I had that mindset. Now, I wish that there was something that I could say that could free you completely. Now, I believe that words are possible. I believe that words are very, very powerful, and that influence is what we really need. Now, again, I wish that there was something that I could do or say. I'm going to plant this seed in your mind, though. The next time you do gamble, you're going to see a little image of Santos on your shoulder. You're going to remember that. You're going to remember a little image of Santos on your shoulder, man. And hopefully I'll make you feel bad enough so that you'll think twice before you walk into the casino. I'm going to be a little guy on your shoulder poking you, saying, no, don't do it. It is possible for you to overcome. Now, I'm going to share just a little bit here. I'm not going to make this video long. I want to read something out of my journal. By the way, thank you for commenting. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing and downloading your free gift, your confidence builder. I made that a while back. I believe it's still a good checklist and video. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to Soldiers of Self-Mastery. Once again, I'm here in Stockton, California. I'm offering you my service. I'm here for you, my friend. If there's anything that I could do for you to help you, don't hesitate. Connect with me. A lot of people send me messages and then they get, I don't know what it is. I'm not that big of a person. Either they get frightened or something keeps them from connecting with me. So I wrote this a while back in my journal. Again, I'm always talking about journaling. But how have I been able to persuade myself? I wanted change. I wanted to be different. I was tired of living, knowing I had much more to offer. I was after more good friends, or at least a few more good friends. I'm not saying that I have many. I'm careful with the people I associate with today. Some travel, right? More money. More choices, no longer gambling and other addictions, because there are other addictions that either come previous to gambling or after or with gambling. And those of you that understand, you understand what I'm talking about here. Through repetition, I have convinced myself to believe and to have more confidence. I'm going to read that again. Through repetition, and I'm going to talk about the repetition here. My battery is going to be low on my camera here, but I'm going to do my best to keep this. I may end up making a second video. Through repetition, I have convinced myself to believe and have more confidence. Today, I am reaping the benefits. Of course, I realize I've had some help too. Number one, I give glory to my Lord above. who enables us. So through repetition, okay, that's a key word. That's a key word. Actually, I'm going to give you two key words, all right? Repetition, number one, repetition. I hope you're taking notes. I hope you're in a place where you are relaxed and you're paying attention, where this can sink into your subconscious, okay? It's very important. Let me get rid of this thing here. I got a message here from my partner. And desire. Okay, I didn't have belief in myself. I really didn't. I didn't know what repetition was. I didn't know what journaling was. The real meaning of these things. I didn't know what positive self-talk was. I didn't know what neuro-linguistic programming was. These are some of the things that I've used on myself. Reverse psychology. You're gonna be, and you're gonna act like the person you believe you are. Okay? You are going to act and you are going to behave. Same thing. Like the person you believe you are. Okay? The image that you have of yourself in your mind is who you are. So through desire, which again, I didn't have belief in myself. I mean, I was broken, man. I was broken. I wasn't doing well. I wasn't doing good at all. I was very depressed. And you know, I've been gambling from a long time. I started throwing dice with some of the older guys in the projects where I grew up as an escape because of the domestic violence that I endured at home. I mean, I had to find escapes outside the home because of the domestic violence that I went through. And I went through a lot of stuff. I'm gonna get into it in this video, but I did. As I go back, as I look back, I say, wow, I went through a lot of stuff. So did my brother, my sister, and especially my mother. And I was always looking for escapes, right? Drugs, women, young girls, and other kinds of escapes that maybe weren't so harmful. But the major ones were planted early on, you know, 13, 14 years of age. So I didn't have any real belief in myself. I didn't have any confidence in myself. I didn't have any of that. But I do know that after so many years of beating myself up and having chunks taken out of my ass, you kind of begin, you look really funny walking around with chunks taken out of your rear end. You do. Maybe you don't notice it so much, but other people begin to see it. Anyways, my life was a mess, okay? I even was homeless with my family. You know, in we're talking shelters. I have a full family, been married 20 plus years. So I've been through some crap, man. You know, I've lost jobs, I've been kicked out of homes. Or at least been kicked out of one home that I know. So all I had was desire. That's all I had. And then I learned about repetition. You know, I learned about the human mind. I learned about how the mind operates, and I learned about speech. And neuro-linguistic programming. I don't have time to get into that in this video, but you can study that on your own. Reverse psychology. Reverse psychology is basically your own philosophy and the way you think, but in reverse. So remember what I said earlier? If you think you're somebody, right? If you believe you're somebody, you're a certain type of individual, you're gonna act like that individual. If you think you're a tough guy, if you believe you're a tough guy, if those were the seeds that were planted in you from early on, guess what? You grow up in life being that way because those are the seeds that were planted. So if you believe that you're a gambler, if you believe that you struggle with gambling, and then if that's what comes out of your mouth, if that's what you talk about over and over, all you're doing is reinforcing a certain vision of yourself. I caught on to that. See, I didn't have belief in myself. In fact, I didn't even know if what I was doing was going to work. But I did it, right? I did it. And it has worked. I can say that honestly. It has worked. Now, did it take a few times? Did it take a few times to stick? Yes, it did. I mean, it wasn't just instant. So, again, I learned a little bit about how the mind works, okay? Whatever you put into the mind, whatever you put into yourself, it's like you're planting seeds in a garden. What kind of seeds are you planting into your mind? Speech. You know, I learned a little bit about how powerful speech is. Most people are not aware of how powerful their words are. You can literally change your life just by changing the way you speak. Now, again, it is a process. It's not magic. It's not going to happen like, could it happen? Could. It can. I mean, I know people that made a decision and changed their life. Literally. They said they were going to stop doing something and they just stopped. So they verbalized it and they believed it. They convinced themselves. So for me, I was a hard nut to crack. You can call me, I guess you can call me a little bit of a hard case because I was so, you know, I had so much darkness and so many bad seed in my mind. It was very difficult for me. Very difficult. In fact, I still struggle with some things that were planted into my mind early on. I still struggle at times. That's why it's a battle. It's a fight. Every single day you have to fight. Every day you have to fight. You have to fight against the thoughts. You have to fight against your own mind, and then you have to fight against the thoughts that come from without to try to come into your mind. So, you know, if you have the desire, you can start finding ideas. You can start putting things together. And through repetition, because that's what it's going to take. It's going to take a repetition of working into your mind and working with your speech. Now again, I did whatever it took. I started making my own affirmations. I started reading affirmations. I would listen to my own affirmations that I create. In fact, I created this individual, right? I put him on a recorder. This individual that I wanted to become, futuristic guy. And I would record the image in that person, who he was like, how he would react, he would respond, how he would speak. I recorded that futuristic guy, and I would listen to myself over and over and over and over about this person that I wanted to become. And yes, I had the desire. I wanted to change. So it's kind of hard to change yourself if you don't have the desire. It really is. It's hard to change. I don't know. What do you call that? All I can tell you is what's happened in my life. And I get a lot of people that come to me, and I listen to the conversations, I read the comments, and I hear a lot of the same language coming out over and over and over. So I'm telling you guys, this is what I'm noticing. And if you don't make those necessary changes, it's going to be very, very difficult for you. It's going to be extremely difficult. You got to know how to work your speech. You got to change your speech, and it's not that difficult if you have the desire. Okay? Planting seeds. How do you do that? You read books. You read affirmations. You formulate your own ideas. You can come up with all kinds of ideas to help yourself improve yourself. See, what necessarily worked for me might not necessarily work for you. You might be able to take a few bits and pieces and make it work for you. But all I know is, and I still work on myself. I have to. It's gotten a little bit easier, I have to admit, but I still work on myself. So if you're struggling, my friend, and you're wondering, how can I win? How can I beat this thing? Well, here's a formula. Here's a simple formula, okay? I'm talking about books. I'm talking about reading, right? Blogs. I mean, even while I was in the casino, I was doing things to my mind. Even while I was in the casinos, I was doing things. I would remove words from my vocabulary, right? I would come home and look into the mirror and talk to myself. And I would literally tell myself that I'm not a gambler. With all the other things that I was doing now, you got to start somewhere, right? You can't mix. I mean, I was mixing all kinds of stuff together. Listening to Earl Nightingale and Dr. Maxwell Maltz, and all of these videos and all of these subliminals are in my playlists. They're in there. If you dig deep, you'll find a lot of good stuff that you can listen to late at night with headphones before you go to bed, early in the morning when you get up, okay? Do it repetitively. Do it consistently until those seeds begin taking over in your subconscious, my friend. That's how you're gonna do it. You know, if you're wondering what's going on, you gotta run your mind over. You know, your mind, I said this in one of my videos a while back, that your mind is playing this record, and the needle is going on the grooves. It's going on the grooves, and what your job is to scratch those grooves as much as possible. Scratch them. You know, the needle's still playing, but it gets to the point where it can't play anymore like it used to. It just cannot play anymore. And that's basically what I did to myself. And I'm still working on myself. Believe me, I mean, I'm not where I want to be yet. And I don't think we'll ever fully arrive. Because every day there's always things. And, you know, me coming from the background that I come from, I still struggle with things that come at me at times. I mean, I used to be a person that was extremely depressed. And so the thoughts still there, they still come, but you know what? I fight. And like that terminology that I use, or that, not the terminology, but that, you know, making every single day a super fantastic, terrific, over the top day daily, that mantra, I repeat that. I've memorized it. Why? When people say, well, why do you say that? Because it's a form of therapy, man. I mean, think about it, right? A super fantastic, terrific, over the top day daily, in spite of and because of. There's a lot in there, and there's some powerful words. The more you repeat it, the more you believe it. See, it's about convincing yourself, my friend. It really is. It's about convincing yourself. Again, only you can look at you and look at the changes that you need to make. And if you have the desire, you can build belief with desire. And you can build your life, and you can change yourself. You can change yourself. If I've been able to do what I've been able to do, and we all have God's grace, right? I'm nobody special. I don't have any special powers. In fact, sometimes I'm even surprised that I've gotten as far as I have, to be honest with you. Excuse me. So I'm going to continue making videos. I'm going to continue sharing my philosophy. I'm going to continue to motivate you. I'm going to continue to plant seeds, and I'm going to believe for your victory. I'm going to believe for your breakthrough, my friend. I believe 2018 is a year of breakthrough for many people. I'm going to believe for you, my friend. Start believing for yourself, right? Start doing the things. Run with desire, okay? Run with it. That's all you have? Okay, get a book, get a notepad. Watch more videos. Watch more videos. The best times to watch videos, actually you can watch videos all day if you want to, but the best times to reprogram your mind, okay, get this, the best times to reprogram your mind is early in the morning when you get up, because that's when your brain waves are slow. And just before you get ready to go to bed, your brain waves are slow. That's the time to bombard your mind with all kinds of stuff that you want in there, my friend. Those are the best times that your mind will receive, will be receptive. All right? Repetition. Okay? You should know about, if you watch my videos, you should know that your mind is extremely powerful, and it's like a computer, right? It's like a garden. You're planting seeds in it every single day. Right now, we're planting seeds. Right now. And then your speech. Okay? Learn to control your speech. Learn to Use your own language on yourself. Every time that you say a word, you're planting seeds. Plant the right seeds in your brain, while you're planting the seeds in the lives of other people. Well, I've done some videos in the past that are very similar to this one. I think obviously this one's a little bit different. All my videos are different because you can never duplicate yourself. You can never really duplicate what you've done once in time. You cannot duplicate. You may be able to do something similar, but you will not be able to duplicate it. Remember that. Time is precious, my friend. Freedom is precious. Okay? Count your blessings every single day. There's a lot happening in the world today, my friend. There's so much happening. We don't know what's on the horizon. We hear about it, we see it, but we really don't know what's on the horizon. Take advantage of the things that you have, that you can use, that you can free yourself up with, that you can become your best person, my friend. Take advantage of that. Take this video, watch this video once or twice. I've watched some of the same videos 40, 50 times, my friend. Probably even more. I wanted it bad. I did whatever it took. So with that said, this is Santos Jr. once again, aka Soldier of Self-Mastery, philosopher of everyday victorious living, at your service, right out of Stockton, California. If there's anything I can do for you, my friend, like I said, I offer some free coaching, some free mind shift session. And from what I hear from those that have, from a few of my clients, they have enjoyed it and they've experienced some changes. I know some that I've given free sessions to did not come back for whatever reason. I'm still available. The next session won't be free. I gotta make a living, right? I gotta live, I gotta pay the bills, I gotta take care of my family. But anyways, I'm here, like I said, to help anybody, and I'll see you at the very top on my next video on the inside, my friend. You know what? I believe that it is possible. Hashtag it is possible. I'll see you on my next one. Peace.